Taurus, welcome to your next 3 months reading. We're going to cover off July, August, September. I'm going to do one card per deck in each of the 6 quadrants, as well as just a few charms from the angels to further build out the messaging. I will timestamp below, so if you're not someone who likes to watch the process, please expand the description and just click through the timestamps here. But otherwise, we're going to jump in, Taurus, and look at your next 3 months ahead. So July, August, and September. So we're just going to look at these 6 areas. So we're going to start with your 2 primary home spaces, where you split the majority of your time, the 2 environments, work and travel, home and work, between 2 homes maybe. So we'll kind of see how that folds out for you. Then we'll move to sort of just focusing in on you, your head and your heart. The work that you're doing on inner self as well, your intuition, all that kind of good stuff. Then we'll move on to looking at a heart's wish that your angels are working on at this time. And then we'll move down to this bottom row that will focus in on, something that you're expecting or things that you're expecting to happen in this upcoming 3-month period. And then we'll connect into something you're not expecting that the angels want you to be prepared for, or maybe help change your perspective on something. And then we're gonna peek ahead to the future. We'll see, based on your current path, where you're headed, your current journey, what's bound to come true for you. This is always able to be changed by free will, etc. So it's always good to kind of peek ahead. Let's get some charms. Pretty good mix there for you, Taurus. Oh, they're just discarding. Okay, so we'll see what charms they want to provide. I'm asking again for just 1 or 2, just a few charms per, so that we're not sitting in one area too long, because we are going to check in monthly. I can feel my back of the hand there moving. Got some. Okay. And then we'll just finish off the bottom row here with some charms. See what's coming out. Okay. Just move that out of the way. Just going to tune in, see how they want these all to work together. This group so far, group in terms of the signs I'm sitting down to read, the angels have gone a little bit more on the charms. So I don't know if there's a lot that this group of 4 signs needs to hear for the next 3 months, especially on the what not to expect and looking ahead here in the future. Okay. Looking at your 2 home environments, there's this pretty strong connection here, message that I'm getting to childhood, childish. I'm getting like any child word really, childhood, childish, child's play. I don't know if that's how you're feeling right now in your home. I don't know if you're feeling like someone's acting this way. A child is being maybe a little bit more difficult at this period in your home. There's childs at play, so maybe they're running around. In Canada, at least where I'm at, July, August, September, or heading into July and August predominantly are schools out. So kids are at home for longer, spending their days at home. But there's more of this like childish energy you're sending me here, Taurus. You're displeased You're displeased in your home. You're frustrated with something. It's also recommunicated here in the winter is coming. This is silence. So we got noise and silence. So I don't know if you're biting your tongue about the increase in traffic or noise, or you're giving up on trying to discipline a child. You know, I've told you 4 times, not telling you again kind of language. There's a coldness here between you and a child, maybe a coldness. Maybe a coldness between you and a childhood friend. Maybe there's some distance here that's happening. And then we have the lion. But he's not walking ahead. He's not looking ahead. He's walking away. So I don't know if you're walking away from a connection, walking away from arguments, choosing silence. I am getting that. I'm not telling you again. There's this giving up here, choosing silence. Why are you choosing silence at home? Well, even look, the dragon, right? Biting its tongue. That's why the flame's coming out of the cheek. You know, talking out of the side of your cheek, which means you're not disclosing the full truth. You know, this is when someone says, "How are you?" and you say, "I'm fine." Well, what level of fine? Are you the good fine? Are you the negative fine? I'm definitely getting the heat here, right? The fine. Winter's coming. I'm not telling you again. Very snappy. Like the looks of these flames here. And look, we have a little child here just kind of looking at you. I don't know if maybe you're just moody and maybe a child is getting the brunt of it here, Taurus. Because you're ready to battle here. You know, your defenses are up related to your home environments. This could be a workspace, right? So you can be in a disagreement, or you're, like I said, you're ready to battle, you're ready to go to war, but you're also picking up and leaving. So I wonder if those are the 2 energies here with Taurus. Maybe we're splitting your energies. Some of you are dealing with a heated situation, or a situation that has you quite heated, whether that's connecting to a child or someone who's acting childlike, or someone you perceive is acting childlike, childish, you know, tattletaling, all that kind of stuff happens in the workplace. Gossip, right? Talking out of your cheek, which means, again, not telling the full truth, not telling the whole truth, the full truth. Deflecting. I didn't do it, so-and-so did, right? And like I said, there's this, I'm just going to walk away from this silent. You know, I'm going to pick up my shit and leave. I apologize for swearing. I hope I'm under the 10 minutes. Hopefully YouTube doesn't get me on that one. But that's the energy here I'm getting from you, Taurus. It just, like I said, just kind of came out, that feeling. So again, it's either directed at a child or someone in your life, someone in one of your 2 primary environments that you feel is acting very childish right now. So what you're working on, or what the angels want you to work on, there's a change in perspective. And maybe that's what you just worked on. Maybe that's why I'm seeing you go, okay, well, you know what? I'll just pick myself up and remove myself from this situation. You know, if it's a work scenario, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to leave the situation then. I'll go find another employer. I'll work with a better team. You know, if it is a child, for whatever reason, you're choosing to just walk away. I never think that's a good thing, especially when we're teaching children how to respond to discipline and learning right from wrong. But so please don't go quiet on them, right? Change your perspective. Lean into your discipline. You know, be willing to have the conversation with them so they understand, so you help them change their perspective as well. So your self-growth can always be somebody else's self-growth, right? So we have 6 of Wands, which really is like you leading by example, right? You leading. You are leaving something behind, but you're pushing forward here, or you want to lead by example. Maybe you're wishing you could. You know, maybe that's your struggle right now. That's why it's on self. You know, you wish you were the kind of person that could change perspective and have the strength to just walk away, but you do. That's what it's saying here. I feel like you're being triggered as well because you've been here before. So I don't know if you have a lot of children or if this is it could be a relationship, you know. Maybe you're ending yet another relationship, which means moving out. That would be a change of environment, you know, picking up your things and just leaving, silence. You know, I'm not, you know, we tried to work on things. I'm done fighting. I'm done pursuing you. I'm done trying. That's okay. You know, that's why we learn from our experiences here. There's also this sense I'm getting of burning at both ends here, burning nonstop, right? There's so many candles here that are all burning. So maybe you're being pulled in too many directions as well. We also have it replicated here with all the wands, right? There's so many things, and you just need to focus on one. You know, just focus right now. Maybe that's why there was only one charm. Just focus right now on changing your perspective. And in this sense, it feels like believe in yourself. The change in perspective you need to do is believe in yourself. You know, you have the knowledge, you have the experience. You have the knowledge, you have the experience, you can lead. You can do the right thing in this situation. You know, it's quiet and peaceful up here, so change your silence to just a calm demeanor. Okay. Your heart's wish that the angels are working on right now. It's interesting that you're greedy and peaceful. So I'm guessing you want a lot. Maybe you're asking for a lot, you're wishing for a lot. Maybe you've been without, right? Maybe you've been someone who's been struggling or felt like you've been dealt a bit of a impoverished hand in life because you want. Your want center is huge here. This is my little piggy here who wants everything. Food, shelter, everything. But your want is connected to, I need all of this, I want all of this so I can get peace, so I can feel at peace. I wonder what your gluttony's connected to, because if you change your perspective, you don't need or want things to be happy, to be peaceful. You just need things and people that around you that help make you happy. So let's see here. Yeah, see how she's kind of like, right away they're pulling me down to sort of the rags sensation is down here, but she's well put together, you know, the top half here. I'm also drawn into the keys here, you know, the two people and the crossing of the keys, kind of the separation here. So I'm guessing I'm fidgeting here, I don't know why. Your wish here feels like you're okay with this separation that we're seeing over here, whether it's just silence between you and a child or you making the decision to move on, to separate. But there's like this sense of balance that comes with it, a sense of justice that comes with it. Maybe you'll feel like maybe your heart's wish is for you to be seen like this, you know, to be right, to be vindicated, to be justified. Like those are all the words that I'm getting here. That's sort of your wish. Maybe that's the gluttony that I'm seeing here, right? The little piggy is, you want this recognition, this acknowledgement. I just noticed I was off camera. You know, you want people to be looking up at you. You want this prestige, right? I was saying going from rags to riches. And you want people to see that. You want people to look at you. That's your heart's wish. For some reason, that's going to bring you peace. If people can see how amazing you are and how right you are, that'll make you happy, Taurus. I wonder why you're feeling that way. It feels quite angry, actually, as I look at the red dress, right? It's coming more from a place of anger. And then I feel like this is the response from the angels here, which is, it's okay if no one sees you. It's okay if everybody's on the other side of this wall and you're just living your life in your pasture how you want to. You can have the feeling of richness, fame, and glory without people actually having to see you. I don't know why you're holding on to this need for fame, maybe fame and recognition. That's your heart's wish right now, that for whatever reason you feel like it's going to bring you peace, but the angels are pushing back here on you. They're not moving. So I apologize, Taurus. Usually this is a quadrant where they let me know they're working on a wish, but I feel like they're pushing back here. I feel like they're saying the intent behind this wish, the sort of the more gluttonous reasons, the more egotistic reasons here behind this wish are not acceptable. So they're not working on it yet. They're more than willing to support you with this rags to riches dream and give you that sense of peace. They're waiting and ready, but they're not moving forward until this need is put aside, put away. So that's kind of the work there for you. Okay. Let's move to what you expect, what you're expecting, kind of what's coming up in July, August, September. I'm extremely fidgety with you, Taurus. I've been sitting calmly for a while here, and now I'm like twisting and turning in my chair, moving all around, kicking the desk. I'm really drawn into the legs and the feet area here. My shy, tentative fawn with her wobbly legs, and then the footsteps here. I don't know why you expect July, August, September to be like a shaky period. I think you believe you won't have any help or support. I feel like you feel you're going to tackle this new thing, right? Either this walking away, this new environment, this new work opportunity. You're approaching it very cautiously, very tentatively, but you feel like there's not going to be any help there for you. There's a lack of confidence here. You're so confident there, maybe you're just wishing to be this confident person, because there's lack of confidence here, right? In self. So we have the World. I mean, the Queen of Cups, I don't usually read too much on the type of card, just the imagery that the angels want to use here. There's another deck that I use that has an elephant and milk and honey, and they're giving me that imagery here. Instead of the swan, it's like if I had used the other deck, they would have given me the elephant and milk and honey. It's like the have your cake and eat it too. So it's like you expect to have your cake and eat it too, but by yourself. Maybe you expect not to share this with anybody. Maybe you expect that that's going to be the relationship between you and this child, or you and this individual, as being childish. If you continue the next 3 months the way you are, right, without changing perspective or approach, and maybe you feel like you have no help. Maybe you're a single parent. Maybe you're on a small team and you're the manager, or you're the CEO. Maybe you have a small team, and that's why you feel like you're lacking help here. But you expect others to have that sort of stubborn, pushback, mischievous energy about them of, well, I'm going to have my cake and eat it too, right? It's this childish person kind of sitting in this. So what you expect is maybe to get nowhere with them, to have no help and to get nowhere with them, right? The shaky legs here, the unsure footing. what you don't expect. We have peace and health here on what you don't expect. So what you don't expect is July, August, September to actually feel like a peaceful period for you. You know, you'll be in good health and good spirits. So smiling, laughing, having a good time this 3-month period. You don't expect to actually feel at peace or to make peace with this childless person, right? The olive branches here, the angels coming in with an offer of peace. Maybe you don't expect, what you don't expect is that, you know, your child will suddenly say, I'm sorry. You know, maybe you're living with a teenager who's going through the growth period in terms of emotional intelligence, and you know, they just have an aha moment and they come to you and say, oh my gosh, you know, I'm sorry I did this, and give you a gentle hug, and now I understand, right? What you don't expect is sort of boundless opportunities, limitless possibilities, sort of where the future will take you. We saw that here, your world. You're kind of not knowing. You want everything, but you're not really knowing what you're going to get, what you can get. Sense of worthiness again, sense of worth up here. Validation and worth. That's what you want, Taurus. You want to be validated, and you want to feel others to see that you are worthy. So we have your soul coming in here with some information, with limitless opportunities. So I would say what you don't expect is to maybe have a very profound dream or deja vu moment in your waking life. So if you're someone who struggles with your dreams, or you feel like you can't connect in with them, you'll just have a deja vu moment, like something that just stops you in your tracks and kind of makes your headspace wake up. Or this is going to be somebody that cross your path in the next 3-month period. You're going to make a connection, and they're going to have the most profound, impactful, they'll be extremely impactful on sort of the next steps here in life. This large of a turtle, it's a knock on your soul path here. So you have an unexpected connection that's gonna kind of open doors here and return you to a positive thinking. So I guess you're in quiet negative thinking, and then there's gonna be a turn of events here, making a peace. So we see that reflected here in the 2 cards that were chosen, right? She's choosing which stick, which straw she wants to draw here. Kind of how to move forward. Are you accepting the olive branch, right? Are you going to accept the apologies that are coming in? Are you going to be okay and accept these little bits of awareness, right? These little hits of, I'm so proud of you. Like, that should be good enough for you. Is that okay? Is that going to be good enough for you? Because if it is, all of this change is going to happen quite quickly here. You know, it's fast. Your horse, right? Your angels. Once you relinquish the gluttony here, connected to your heart's wish of the peace, rags to riches kind of peace story that you have here, right? A turn of events in your relationship, going from a worse place to the best place, or even better place. Look at the horse. Once you make that positive decision, look how quickly the angels take off in fulfilling this dream, right? So if you can make the peace, and both cards, you're grabbing your wand here, right? You're choosing peace, and you're choosing apology and forgiveness to move forward here quickly. So whether you need to forgive yourself to heal, and you will, you don't expect to, but you will. But there's peace that you gain that is helping you to move forward here. But like I said, if you don't find this center of peace, if you still struggle with your sense of perception on that, this earth angel here is going to come in and knock you off course. Teach you how to find that peace, teach you how to move forward in this relationship, how to move forward in that that new environment, how to navigate the workplace, whatever it is. Okay, so what will come true based on your current trajectory here? So what's bound to come true? You're going to get some clarity in a situation. This is missing information so that your heart feels whole. So what is sure to come true would be maybe this apology that I was kind of feeling, or like I said, that helper, right? That helper is going to come and bring in the information you need to feel better, to feel whole, to feel at peace, to feel calm. This is chaos, conflict. What's sure to come true is this is going to stop spinning. You with that information also comes calmness. Your world will feel less chaotic, less topsy-turvy for those 3 months, or after the 3 months. And then you'll feel re-energized here. You're gonna want to be socializing, or you're gonna be your social self again. Taurus, you're gonna be happy and joyful again. You're gonna be getting out there, being playful. If you're reconnecting with a child relationship here, you're gonna be having fun again. Enough with the conflicts and the chaos, and we're back to having fun. Okay. So here's our incoming little bit of information, right? It's just a little bit. That's all you need, right? That's all you need. There's this little nudge, contact with a big impact, but maybe they just have that little bit of info you need. The emotions are at peace here as well, so you have a nice balance of head and heart. You've achieved that space. This could be that young child again, sort of getting like baby fish, right? So back to that positive relationship, back to positive communication. What also is going to come true in the future, so I feel like this is after you've reconciled the situation we've talked about here, is this not a fork in the road, but two opportunities. Are you going to go down path A or B from this point on? I don't know if it's because you've reconciled the relationship or this environment that you've stepped into, but what's sure to come true is you're going to have to make a decision of the what next. Where am I going to take myself? Where am I going to head, right? You have the information that's now calmed you down and brought you back to your sense of happiness and peace. So which way are you going to go now? So you're gonna have to make that decision on sort of where the future is going to take you. So we'll connect in July, so next month, and we'll look at August, September, and October, and we'll see if you've made that decision or see if they've got some help for you, some suggestions here on where you should be headed.